Have you ever been sitting on the toilet and wondered how much toilet paper would it take to get to Uranus? Well, buckle up because we're about to embark on a cosmic toilet paper journey. First things first, before we launch a toilet paper rocket into space, let's talk about where we are going. Uranus, it's not just a punchline, it's a giant icy planet about 1.6 billion miles away from Earth at their closest points. It's located right about here. Alright, enough talk about Uranus. Let's dive into a bit of the history of toilet paper. Did you know that the ancient Romans used a sponge on a stick for their version of toilet paper? Thank goodness for progress, right? However, progress in the bathroom was slow. In the late 16th century, people were still using old newspapers and other paper products to clean themselves. It wasn't until 1890 that two American brothers introduced the toilet paper as we know it today. Now that we know the history, let's cover some simple toilet paper facts to aid in our journey. First off, how much TP do we actually use? No, we are not giving out advice on how many squares you should use the next time nature calls. We are rather interested in how much toilet paper we use on a global scale. While research on the topic shows mixed results, one study completed by Cottonelle, arguably one of the premier pros in the toilet paper game, indicates that an average person uses about 85 rolls each year. Assuming this is correct, let's do some math to see how much paper flushing that equals worldwide annually. This is pretty straightforward stuff. The estimated global population in 2024 is 7.9 billion individuals. We take this total and multiply it by 85 rolls per person, which equals approximately 671.5 billion rolls of toilet paper used each year around the globe. That's a lot of bathroom breaks. Yes, this is just an estimation. We understand that not everyone uses TP, and there are some other means of bathroom hygiene, but we need a number to work with. Just for some context, let's see how many times this amount of toilet paper could circle around the globe if we stretched each roll out and lined it up end to end. To calculate how many times you can encircle this floating ball in space we call Earth, we need two additional pieces of information: the average length of a roll of toilet paper and the circumference of the Earth. To do this math, we are going to be using Amazon's basic toilet paper, this one here to be exact. There are two reasons for picking this particular brand of TP. First, it's cheap, and we love ourselves a bathroom bargain. And second, if we're going to be launching ourselves on a toilet paper mission to Uranus, we will most likely need a sponsor to provide just a bit of financial backing. Don't worry, we'll discuss the costs of our little trip later. But if it just so happens that you're watching this, Jeff, and you want to bankroll our little space adventure, you can find our contact info below. Because let's be honest, Mr. Bezos, this guy can have Mars, but at all costs, we must stand our porcelain ground and never let him take Uranus. Anyway, back to the calculations. Each sheet of toilet paper equals 3.8 inches in length, and there are 350 sheets per roll. When multiplied, this equals about 1,330 inches. Now we need to convert that into meters. Why meters, you ask? Well, because science. And this equals 33.782 meters per roll. Just rounding out some numbers here regarding the total length of all rolls used globally. If we take the 671.5 billion rolls, which we calculated earlier, and multiply that by 33.782 meters per roll, we get approximately 22.684 trillion meters. With Earth having a circumference of just about 40,000 kilometers, this means the amount of toilet paper the world consumes each year would circle the globe a little more than 567,000 times, which is approximately 1,555 times a day, or about one trip around the Earth each minute. Dang, that's actually pretty impressive. But how much would all this toilet paper weigh? We're glad you asked. With quick research from brand to brand, each toilet paper roll weight can vary quite a bit. Think single ply versus double ply. But to make things easier, let's estimate that each roll weighs roughly 227 grams, or about the weight of a chunky hamster. This means then that the total global usage of toilet paper each year would weigh approximately 152 million metric tons, or about the average weight of 25 million fully grown elephants. This is by all accounts a staggering number and shows you the amount of consumption of resources humans require for just this one single daily habit. Alright, enough with the side notes, let's get back to our mission. Let's see how many rolls it would take to accomplish our goal of reaching Uranus. As we mentioned, Uranus is 1.6 billion miles from Earth, or roughly 2.576 trillion meters at its closest. Take our word for it, but if you want to fact check, here's the equation. Taking the total meters required and dividing it by the length of each toilet paper roll, we come to our grand total of just under 67.27 billion rolls. Congratulations, we did it. We couldn't be more proud. But wait, we have more. To make sure we thoroughly cover all bases, let's take a look at how much this little adventure would cost and how long it would take to amass some 76 billion rolls needed. Going back to our Amazon Basic TP and hopefully our sponsorship contract that is likely waiting for us in our inbox, thanks again to Jeff, the cost of this six-pack is currently $5.69. So if we divide all the rolls needed for travel by 6 and then multiply by the cost per pack, we're looking at a total all-in cost of just over $72 billion, not including taxes, of course. And since we'll be shipping it Prime, we don't have to worry about shipping costs, but we're unsure where we'll be storing all this toilet paper. But that's a problem for another day. Now that we've sorted out how much this would cost and who will be picking up the bill on this mission, let's see how long it would take to gather this much TP at the average global consumption rate. That is, if we all played our part and pitched in giving up our daily toilet paper rations and, I don't know, maybe using that sponge on a stick thingy the Romans used to use. Given that Uranus is almost 2.576 trillion miles away, and divide that by the roughly 62 billion meters of toilet paper used per day by the global population, it would only take about 41.39 days to bridge that vast distance. Yep, you heard that right. It would only take a bit over a month to reach Uranus with toilet paper. That was fast. So the next time you reach for that toilet paper, we would like to salute you for doing your part, because this was one small wipe for man, one giant flush for mankind. That's it. Thanks for watching Mini Mega. Make sure to subscribe to witness our next wild adventure of adding up small things to have mega outcomes.